Okay, so we're continuing the second test today, and we're starting from question 12. So, يلا guys, we want to try at least finish the third test together, okay, today. So, question 12 here, we have it's like you can consider this as a scale or as a rod, and it is balancing in this point, okay? So it's asking what weight should be replacing the question mark to balance the scale. So I want to ask you, did you by chance learn about torque in school? In science, I mean?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Okay. So let me explain it to you very quickly. Torque is like the force, but on a when it's on a circular motion. So have you tried like opening the door? Like if this is a door and this is the doorknob, okay. You always try to open the door or holding the doorknob from this point, because when you go as far as possible from the center or from the focus, it's going to be easier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, the torque is talking about the force exerted on like a straight line, for example here the doorknob, and at which point it would be stronger. So the far away the force is, the stronger the torque will be. So here it's going to be stronger because it's far, but if I try and open it from here, I hold it from here, I'm going to need much more power. So if I apply it in here, this weight is pulling this I don't know, straight line or a rod down, right? If this is the balance point. So this one is pulling it down, and also this one, but each one has its own force affecting this rod to move. So are you following?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we find the force of each one of these? What do we need is, we need to know the weight of this block, or in general the force, the value of the force, and the distance from the center. Okay, so here the weight or the force is 2, and its distance, if I count it by square, it's going to be how much?
5.
5. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply them. 2 times 5, and it equals
10.
to 10. So the torque here, the torque will be 10.
10.
Okay. So
Okay.
that is the torque that is affecting this rod, and it's pulling it down by 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do this on any force that you have. So for example, here 9. Anyone wants to try, and what is the torque here gonna be?
It's 27 because it's 3 blocks. 3 times 9 is 27.
Yes, exactly. So the weight here, or the force, is 9, and the distance is
3 blocks.
3 blocks. So it's going to be 27. Exactly. Mumtaz, Abdullah. So the question here is asking what weight should be replacing the question mark to balance the scale. So in order to balance the scale, the power or the force pulling this side down, the right side, pulling this right side down, should equal to the force here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the total force in this side?
The right side is going to be 37 because 27 plus 10 is 37.
Yes, exactly. So here it's going to be, as we said here, it's 2 times 5 equals 10. 9 times 3 equals 27. So the total will be 37. So we know that here it should be 37 as well.
Well, yeah.
ممتاز. Yeah. So now I need to see يعني the value of this question mark. So first what I'm going to do is find the power or the
The
torque of this one. So it's going to
5,
be,
yeah.
yeah, it's going
It's
to be
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 times 6, it's maybe 30.
30, exactly. 5 times 6, which equals to 30. And then, so how much force is left for this, for this last block?
7.
7, exactly. So since this is 30, this should be 7. And we know that it is away by 2. So it's going to be like x times 2
Times 2
equals
equals
7.
7.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3.5. Divided by
It's
2, divided by 2, it's going to be x equals 3.5.
exactly. So it's going to be 3.5 because I'm going to divide by 2. So x equals 3.5. ممتاز, Abdullah. Thank you for helping me. Okay. So is that clear? This is the principle of torque. So each power here or each weight has its effect depending on the distance from the center. And if I want to balance it, I need this side to be equal to this side. So we found that this side is 37, so this one should be 37. And since this block we exerts 30 like 30 units of force, this one should be also should run 7. So we did x times 2, which is the distance, equals to 7, and then we found 3.5. Okay, so is that clear?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, if it's not clear, please tell me. Okay. Okay, so that was a tough first question. Let's go to the next question here, question 13. So they're asking about the question mark here. So this question mark equals what? Anyone has an idea? Yes, Haida.
Okay, so it's saying 45.08 plus 112.241 equals 112.809 plus question mark. So basically we need to do the first part of the equation is add those two, and then we subtract 112.809 from the answer.
Yes, exactly. So here we're going to do it. So it is going to be 112.241 plus
45.08.
Yeah. So what is important here is you pay attention to the alignment. It's not going to start, the 8 is not going to be under the 1 because it is not the right decimal here. So it's going to start it's going to be under the 4. Okay? So it's going to be like this, and here it can be 0. So when I add them, it's going to be 1. Here it's going to be 12 and 3. So and it's going to be okay. So it's going to be 57.321.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we subtract from that 112.809.
Exactly.
To get
so
the
here,
answer.
Yeah. So I'm going to put them also in the right alignment. So here it's not confusing since after the decimal we both have 3 numbers. Okay, so what is the answer going to be?
So the answer is gonna be C.
It's going to be
C, right?
yeah. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, so it's 1 here, it's 2. Yeah, okay. So yes, exactly. So it is going to be C. Excellent. Thank you, Haida. So here it's simple addition and subtraction. But the trick here that you need to pay attention to is how to align the numbers correctly in the right decimals. Okay. Excellent. Yalla, question 14. Choose from the following what represents the sign. Yes, Rital?
It's gonna be 1 because every time we're multiplying by 2.
Yeah, so here, as you said, so here it's يعني first we started by 90 and 1/4, and then I'm gonna have 180 and then 1/2. So I multiplied this by 2, you mean, right?
Yes.
Yes, so excellent. So here, lastly, if I multiply this by 2, I'm going to have 360 and 1. Mumtaz. So this is a way to solve the question, and it's a correct way. But here it's يعني you can see that there is another pattern here, which is the angles inside a circle. So here in a circle, in one circle, the full angle, or if I take an angle of the whole circle, it's going to be 360. Okay. If I'm going to be having like 90 degrees, which is a right angle here, a right angle, this is going to make only يعني 1/4 of the circle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here it is stating 1/4 if it's 180, which is this full angle, it's going to be half of the circle, and 360, it's going to take the whole circle. Okay. So that's that's a fact that you might need to know. But you're right, it's going to equal to 1. Mumtaz. Okay, so now we're back to the reading comprehension. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Read the questions and then read the passage and the questions, and then we're going to answer. Okay, so now that you've got a chance to read the questions, let's start solving the answers. Okay. Question 15. Termites live in. What do you think the answer would be? Yes, Rital?
In northern Australia and some tropical African countries.
Yeah, exactly. ممتاز. So it is going to be D. And that's here, and we can find it in the passage. So it is found in northern Australia and some tropical African countries. Excellent, Rital. Okay, the next question here, question 16. The size of the termite's queen is. Yes, Abdullah.
It's 100 times one ant.
Yes, excellent. It is going to be A, 100 times one ant. We can see it written in here.
Second, the size of a queen termite is 100 times the size of one ant.
Yes, exactly. ممتاز. So here we see it in the passage. ممتاز. يلا, the next question and the last question for this passage. We conclude from the text that the ant queen is the end of it is. What is the end of the ant queen or the termite queen? Deem, do you want to answer?
We conclude from the text the ant queen is the end of it.
Yes, so at the end, they talked about what happens to the queen lastly. So what happens to it?
It dies. Wait,
Yes,
no.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, so the answer would be
B.
Yes, thank you. Okay, ممتاز. So it's going to be B, as they say here. It is, so food is prevented from her, even if it dies out of starvation, and it's eating by its subject, means that the ants are going to eat it. Okay, so that was the short passage that we had about the termites or the termites. I'm not sure. Okay, excellent. ممتاز. Yeah, back to the science questions. So here, the question says, a glass of water is filled till half, and it's put in the front of a car that turns into a circular path towards the right. Means that this car was moving like this, and then it went to the right. Just imagine that they mean that this is the right and this is the left of, like here, the right and the left. So towards the right means towards this side. So what do you think the shape of the water will be? Yes, Abdullah.
It's gonna be B, right?
So you think it's going to be B because it's going to this direction?
It's either B or C, but I think it's
So
B.
so you're right that it's either B or C because of the movement of the water. It will not be staying still because يعني this turn or this movement is going to affect it. And D is not really making sense, the movement of the water. But here the answer would be actually C.
Okay.
Why?
So the opposite of the direction it goes to.
Yes, opposite. So for example here, when you're driving the car and suddenly you hit the brakes, and
Yeah.
يعني actually hitting the brake is like going backward, like you want the car to go backward. So your movement is going to be you're going forward, so you're going the opposite side of this movement.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so sudden movements will lead you to go to the opposite side of this force. Okay, so it's going to
Okay,
be
but
C.
what if it's not sudden?
If it's not sudden, means that it's like accelerating step by step. No, it's going to be in the same direction.
Okay.
Yeah, but even only sudden movements that is going to result from it. You can even try with your water bottles, like right now, if you have any glass or water bottle, and try to move the glass like quickly from one side to another. You're going to see that the water is going to go to the opposite side. Okay. So that was for question 18. Let's go to question 19. Yeah. So, okay, Ammar, do you want to read the question?
The figure to the right represents the rear gear of a bicycle. Which of the lessons?
Question 19.
A right angle triangle whose hypotenuse is 25 centimeters if one of the sides is 15. What's the area? So
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's 150.
Okay. So here we anyone knows what hypotenuse is? Yes, Haidar?
It's the longest side of a right triangle, and it's the side opposite of the 90 degrees. So it's facing the
Yeah.
90 degrees.
Exactly. So here, as you said, it is about the longest side of the triangle. Okay, just to have a space to solve the question. Okay, so if I have a triangle here, this would be the hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse is going to be 25, and one of its side is 15. So we're going to say that this is 15. Okay, so what is the area? So what do you need to find the area? We need from the triangle the base and the height, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, 25 does not help us. It's not either a base or the height in this situation. And the base here is missing. I have it unknown. And I know only the height. So how can I find the height here, the base? I'm going to use the formula for, I'm not sure his name in Arabic. Pythagoras, yes, exactly. So I'm going to use Pythagoras formula, which is, here is going to be what in this triangle?
Would it be x equals square root of 15? Wait, no, it's that's. There's no square root. That's.
Wait, yeah, it's square root.
Yeah, it says, يعني, yeah. So if you want to find the x, it's going to be x equals.
Do we take the Pythagorean theorem and just, instead of making the hypotenuse, just like put the base, and instead of the square root, it's going to be the hypotenuse squared plus the height squared?
Yeah, it's not going to be plus the side squared.
It's minus.
It's going to be minus. Yes, exactly. So here, if x is squared, it's equals to 25 squared minus 15 squared. Exactly. So x squared would equal to 625 minus 15 squared, which is, I suppose,
225.
Yeah, 225, yes. Okay, so it's going to be 400.
100.
So x equals
20.
20, exactly. So now that I know that x equals 20, now I can solve for,
Solve
yeah,
the
I can
area.
solve the area. So I'm going to have it here. The area of the triangle will be the base, the height, times the height over 2. So it's
So
20.
20 times 15 over 2.
Yeah,
Divided by 2 divided by 2 is going to be 115.
yes, exactly. So it's going to be here 10 equals 150. ممتاز. So the answer is C. Okay, so is that clear? How did we do the question? Okay. Okay, so let's see the next question, question 20. Who can read question 20? يلا حيدر.
Miss, I can read it, but I honestly don't know the answer.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Okay, so the figure to the right represents the rear gear of a bicycle. Which of the lessons in the figure we use to walk on flat ground? What do they
Okay.
mean by lessons?
I think it's a mistake in translation. It is actually like the gears, like they mean the gears. Because like the plural of الترس is تروس, so I think it was a mistake in the translation. So which one of these gears we can use to walk on flat ground?
Miss, what do they mean by that? Like, how are we gonna walk on flat ground if it's a bike?
Yeah, so it's not a walking, like it's if I have the if I have those spikes on the ground, which one would be like the easiest for us? Like those are very tiny ones, and those are much bigger spikes. So here it's the tiniest. Here it's the bigger spikes.
I would guess number 4 because like it's easier to push and it makes it faster, so you don't need that much power.
Yes, exactly. So it is going to be B, number 4, because it gives us more torque. As you said, it gives us it's easier for us. We don't need to use much force because it gives us more torque. Excellent.
Miss, what does torque mean?
Torque is did you see the explanation for question 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is torque. The torque is the power that, or the force that is exerted on a straight line, affecting like a straight line that is circling around the center. So if I have any straight line that is circling, okay, so for example here, it is circling around this center, and this line is rotating, okay? So any force affecting this line is exerting torque, means that a force exerted upon a specific distance.
So like centrifugal and centripetal force?
Yes, yeah, more likely. Okay. Yalla, moving on to question 21. Yalla, Leah, do you want to read the question?
Blank is a natural antibiotic that is an alternative to blank drugs that may have some side effects.
So here, what do you think would be the answer? Here, so let's see, is it A? Nature is natural antibiotic that is alternative to popular drugs. Is it?
No.
No. Yes. Here we have the rest, basic and natural. So also this one does not make sense. So here the answer would be D. So here nature or things from nature are is a natural antibiotic that is an alternative to chemical drugs that may have some side effects. Okay. So they're talking like takes things from nature, like herbs and stuff. Okay. Yeah, question 22, it's asking about the product of 100 to the power of 6 times 10 to the power of 5. So here what I want to ask you about is, do you know the rule that if a number, for example, here it is 100. So this 100 is actually can be written as 10 to the power of 2, right? Because 10 times 10 equals 100. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write it like that. So instead of 100 to the power of 6, we write it as 10 to the power of 12 times 10 to the power of 5.
Yes, ممتاز. So here, this rule says that if a number, like if I write this 100, I remove it and I write 10 to the power of 2 and all of it to the power of 6, I can multiply them together, as you said, ممتاز. So this is a rule that you need to remember. If the numbers were like, this, what am I going to do? Am I going to multiply?
You're gonna add the exponents.
You're gonna add them together, exactly. But here, in this case, I'm going to multiply. So it's going to be 1 or 10 to the power of 12 times 10 to the power of 5. So the answer here will be what?
17.
10 to the power of 17. ممتاز. So the answer would be C. So the principle that you need to know here is this principle that when you have like a number with 2 exponents, you can multiply them together. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you repeat?
Yes?
Can you please repeat?
Okay. So here, basically what we did is that I want to find the power, the answer of this, and I cannot do the whole math. It's going to take a lot of time. So instead of 100, we wrote 10 to the power of 2, because 100 equals 10 times 10. All of it to the power of 6 times 10 to the power of 5. As we said, these can be multiplied together. So it's going to be equal 10 to the power of 12 times 10 to the power of 5. And since they are multiplied, here we do not multiply, but we do add. So 10, it's going to be equal to 10 to the power of 17.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yalla, question 23. Is there anyone who wants to solve this question? Yes, Abdullah?
It takes 20 women 16 days to complete the job, and 16 men need 15 days to complete the same work. What is the ratio of the men's ability to the women's ability?
So here, what we're gonna do is we're going to see, look, I'm sorry, just a moment. Okay, yeah. So here, I'm going to do the ratio. We know that the ratio is a fraction, right?
Yeah.
So the ratio of the man's ability to the woman's ability. So the man is above the woman,
Mm-hmm.
is down. So what is the man ability here? We said that it's going, we're going to do to take the ratios between them. So the number of the men and the number of the days
Number of days.
It's what's the relationship between them? Inverse or direct?
So it's gonna be the more men there are, the less days it takes.
Yes, exactly. So it's going to be inverse. So I'm going to multiply. So here to multiply, I'm going to do 16
times 15.
times 15. Excellent. And the woman, I'm going to do the same thing. So 20 times
16.
16.
So
So
we can cancel the 16.
yeah, we can get rid of the 16.
Divide
So
by
it's going to
divide
be,
by 5 divided by 5. It's going to be 3 over 4, which is 3 to 4.
yeah, 3 to 4. Excellent.
That's
So
3 to 4.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Okay. So it's going to be the 3 to 4. Excellent. Okay, so that's how you find the ratio. You take the man over the woman, and then you're gonna find it. Okay, question 24. They're asking about how many rectangles are in the following figure. So do you remember the rule that we learned in the counting shape? Yes, Fatima?
Yes. Miss, I wanted to solve.
You wanted to?
So,
Yalla.
the answer is going to be 21. We're gonna number each triangle from 1 to 6, since there are 6 triangles. Then we're gonna add them, all of them. It's gonna give us 21.
Exactly, ممتاز. So it is going to give us 21. So this is the rule that we learned. Since it's one row, we're only going to add the numbers together, and we're going to see that it is going to equal to 21. Exactly. Yalla, the last question. Yes, Rital?
For question 23, why did we do men over women instead of women over men?
Because they're asking about the ratio of the man's ability to the woman's ability. So
Okay.
we took that as the order of them. Okay. Yalla, question 25. The last question for the second test. How many lines are passing by the following points? Yes, Fatima?
Is it B?
Is it B? So let's see the lines that you saw here. Can you draw on the using the pen on the screen?
How?
I think there is the pen and the tools that you have.
Where, Miss?
You don't have? I'm not
No.
sure actually, yeah. Okay, so here, let's see. So it's going to be here 1. So they're asking about the lines passing by the points. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So that is 5 out here. And we also have the ones that are like from opposite sides that they didn't pass through. So here, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. And lastly, we have this is 5. So it's going to equal to 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I forgot to.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to make sure that each point is connected to all the other points. So the answer is going to be 10.
Miss, I'm sure there's like a formula for this or something, isn't there?
Yes, there is. But just give me a minute. I want to make sure that it is right. I don't want to give you a one that I don't remember. So yeah, just give me a minute and I'm going to show it to you. So yeah, okay. So here, the formula that you can use here is n times parentheses n minus 1 over 2. So n here is the number of the points. So the number of the points here is 5 times n minus 1, which is 4 over 2. So it's going to be equal to 20 over 4 over 2, which equals to 10. Okay, so that is a formula that you can use.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Okay, so with that, we ended the second test.